Welcome, everyone, to Jerry World, AT&T Stadium and the home of the Southwest Classic, and fans have been filling this place up for the past few hours, wrapping up the tailgate and fired up for what ought to be a sensational clash. Hello and welcome, everyone, to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Razorbacks offense will go to work first. Last year, these two played a classic that those of us who remember the old Southwest Conference would be proud. But once again, we are reminded, field goals are fine. Touchdowns are way better, especially if you want to win.
I guess, Reese, you didn't like that field goal in the fourth quarter that Arkansas chose to take, but A&M did what they needed to do, go down the field. They scored the game-winning touchdown with about 9 minutes left. Arkansas didn't forget it. This is a fun matchup. We've seen it in Jerry World so many times. This matchup gets a little tasty.
Yeah, Mike Elko's defense, too, was outstanding in that game. They shut down the run. They got 3 takeaways in the game, and that really was the biggest statistic. So going into this one, Arkansas has got to do a better job having balance, but also taking care of the football.
QB draw. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to score.
The Razorbacks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Texas A&M's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question is the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he's still running after the move. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think it's what's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Aggies are marching down the field. Using his legs, it's Owens.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down to the 17.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
You knew this offense wanted to come into this one establishing the run, guys. They didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front. And this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
So now it's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Green. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 35, he's open. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And the Razorbacks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Slams ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. They'll go to the air. He wants it all. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He marched 78 yards down the field. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Owen. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Well, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got this rivalry renewed from a long time ago, but since joining the conference, A&M has dominated Arkansas. Arkansas looking to get a little payback.
It always feels big when you watch this game. We've seen so many of these games in recent years being played at Jerry World, and with all the speed on the field from both sides, this is always, I think, one of the more fun games to watch every season.
The give to the back. It's a seam wide open. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting to TFL.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. What a disappointment. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a man, it's Green. Using the quick game. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Razorbacks in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Washington. Wide open spaces. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Boy, that defense didn't need to give this offense any more help. It's 1st and 5. The give to the tailback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Find some fresh air. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around again.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Green. Wide out trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Concepcion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Complete to the left. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Timeout. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And for our defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Razorbacks! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, on paper, we wondered what this matchup might look like. And through 2 quarters of ball in the Southwest Classic, we've been treated to a fun one. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. That said, let's get back to the stadium and our guys to start up the second half.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down. He fires to the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end of the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Gets rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Concepcion. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships, too.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fires to the middle. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Unloads it left. Got his man. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
That's good for fighting Texas.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And you're not going to see many of those. And that's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards and the opponent's in field goal range, this is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And for the second time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Absolute shank. Missed it. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. Crosses the 35. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Quick release by the QB. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Arkansas. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Picked off, what a play to set him up.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. With the catch, it's Jones. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. From the red zone, it's Washington. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Lets it fly. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Quick handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The RPO, fire complete to the left. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Trying to move them on the counter. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. Hands it off. Running into the open space. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Turning on the Jets. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Buys a little time with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. And this one will be stopped for no gain. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. He'll take it himself. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6. Nice play there by the offense, but still a ton of ground to make up.
Yeah, this one's pretty much over, but listen, put that exclamation point on it. Finish the way you want to finish. Make sure your offense keeps that momentum going. It can build throughout the season.
Looking for the 2-point try. They'll try to pound their way in. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They want that clock to run. There he goes! And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the ground game. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make...
He's loose. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quick release on the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the old SWC to the SEC, this rivalry has remained strong, and in this one, the Hogs were too much for the Aggies to handle. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So, big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.